It's time to hop in the station wagon, grab some extra blankets, and head to the drive-in theater because I've got a double feature for you. The biggest movies of the summer and the biggest movie stars. Hollywood hits the mile high right now on JumpCut. Welcome to JumpCut. I'm your host, Chris Parente. You know, nothing says summer like a drive-in movie and those summer blockbusters. And I've got both for you on the big show. In fact, 3 brand new movies in theaters. I'll review all 3 of them. Plus, we're sitting down one-on-one with the biggest names in the biz. Check it out. We've got Jamie Foxx and Jon Hamm reminiscing with me about their first car, and you won't believe what it was. Plus, the lovely Elle Fanning gives me a lesson on how to be the ultimate Southern belle. And later on, it's the Colorado exclusive with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. We'll sit down with Tom Holland. So let's get straight to it. You know, it's fitting we're here at the drive-in because our first new movie puts the pedal to the metal. Rated R and in theaters right now. Give it up, fasten your seatbelts for Baby Driver.
I'm a driver.
Oh, like a chauffeur. Anyone I'd know?
I hope not.
What is your name?
Baby.
Your name's Baby. B-A-B-Y, Baby.
Ansel Elgort stars as Baby, a young getaway driver who's at the top of his criminal game. He wants out, but has to pull off one last heist first. Along the way, he falls in love and meets more than his share of super bad dudes. This movie is stylized. It's almost like a ballet on 4 wheels. Everything is choreographed, and the music in this film weaves itself into every scene, every step, every gunshot. Baby Driver is high octane, but will it rev your engine? I'm going to review the movie in just a couple of minutes. But first, let's talk more about the music. You know, I sat down with the cast and I laid it all out there. Is Baby Driver actually a secret Broadway musical? I'm a Les Mis kind of a guy. I'm a Fiddler on the Roof kind of a guy. I'm a 42nd Street kind of a guy.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with.
Luck be a lady tonight. And now you go and redefine the whole modern musical. Thank you, fellas.
Doggone right. Get something else on your playlist.
It was excellent, though. It worked. This is, I think, a postmodern musical. Every step, every wink,
Right,
every
finger snaps.
Wasn't it cool? I mean, back me up. This is a musical, isn't it?
It's an action musical. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's an action movie set to music, and it's you're right. There's essentially like dance numbers in it, except we got guns and we got car chases, you know, and the cars are dancing, the driver's dancing, you know. It's original, and I think we were talking about it a little bit, but in a landscape where it's a reboot and it's a prequel and it's a remake and all that other stuff, to have something that comes out that's just original is refreshing.
Yeah, it's just like La La Land, only with a lot more gunfire. And of course, cars. And speaking of cars, this brings me to one more point. You know, you can't talk about Baby Driver and not think back to your very first car. It got me reminiscing, and it got the fellas thinking back to their first car, too. My first car, gentlemen,
Yes.
was a beautiful aquamarine Dodge Neon. Okay, gently used.
Mine was a 1981 Toyota Tercel, rust red,
Rust.
with 5-speed transmission, manual crank windows, vinyl interior, and a cassette tape player.
Yeah. Oh, what a feeling to drive, baby.
That's right, hatchback style.
I had a 72 Bug.
VW, Beetle.
Yeah.
Beetle Bug.
Cocaine white. with smoke window.
You drove a Bug,
A Bug, 1972.
like a Herbie the Love Bug. It was
like
even
that,
cocaine
like that.
white.
Yeah.
Cocaine white.
All right.
I just got my first car, and it is the Subaru from Baby Driver.
Come on, are you kidding
The
me?
red Subaru.
You got the very car?
Yes. It's
Incredible.
It's a beast.
Hey, not bad. You star in a blockbuster and you get to take home the car. Now, our second new movie tonight isn't a blockbuster, but it is getting a lot of buzz. If you're old enough to remember these old drive-ins, you might have seen the original. It's called The Beguiled.
One is I'm going to be with any young lady that desires my company.
Clint Eastwood first brought this story to the screen back in 1971. A Union soldier injured and taken in by a house of Southern ladies. This time, the ladies are back, and they ain't playing around.
How did he get here?
He was all alone in the woods. I couldn't leave him there to die.
You know you're not supposed to go that far.
Nicole Kidman heads the all-star cast with Colin Farrell playing the injured soldier this time. It really is a psychological thriller as the girls struggle with their loyalties, sexual tensions, and the soldier's slow descent into madness. Shot on location in the Deep South, it's a mind game, but can it improve upon the original? I'll review the remake in just a couple of minutes. But since the movie centers on the ladies, let's talk to them right now. The divine ELLE Fanning. She plays quite the seductress in this movie, and turns out she's no stranger to the ways of a Southern belle. So you know the ways of a Southern woman, yes? This is not foreign to you.
No, I'm from Georgia. Yes, I'm from the South, so I had to kind of bring my Southern accent out a little bit, but it was cool to, also when we shot in Louisiana, so it was very, we felt it all around us.
I believe I could be a Southern seductress. I do declare a soldier has come into our facility. May I bathe you? May I hand wash you?
That's perfect. Yeah, Sophia did tell me to watch Gone with the Wind again.
No, really?
Yeah, so I did I'd chant like Scarlett O'Hara, like she's like the Queen Southern Belle, I think. So for my character, she's like, maybe like you have a little bit of Scarlett in you, a little bit.
I knew it. There's a little Scarlett O'Hara in all of us. I shall never be hungry again. And while Elle Fanning plays the seductress, Kirsten Dunst plays the modest teacher in this movie. She's the one seduced by Colin Farrell. And let's just be honest, we've all had that one psycho boyfriend. We've all done stupid things. We've all dated a guy like Colin at one point, the manipulator, yeah? I mean, I know I've had a few in my history.
It's a rite of passage, I guess, for anybody.
It's more than just he's a manipulator. This is an exploration of, don't you think, the dynamic between women and how they react to each other.
Anyone in that situation, you're trapped in a house, you haven't been exposed to anyone, you're frightened because there's a war going on outside of your doorstep. Any element that would come in to rupture that, male, female, whatever it is, even an animal, it doesn't really matter. I think it just the dynamic just shifts.
Right.
It's like a psychological shift that I think could have happened with pretty much anything at that point.
Right. Could have been a rabbit. Sorry, Colin. It could have
been a rabbit. Everyone's like, oh, it's my bunny.
Hey, stay tuned. When JumpCut returns, I'll review Baby Driver and The Beguiled. Plus, we're about to hang out with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hey guys, it's producer Annalisa in New York. Yes, I'm on a side of the building, but it's for the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. And Spidey is trying to save me himself. He even gave me the shirt off his back. Hold on for those interviews next.
Welcome back to JumpCut, Colorado's movie review spectacular. You know, when it comes to summer blockbusters, you can count on those comic book heroes to bring the heat. Wonder Woman shattered box office records, and now it's Spidey's turn to sling his web. Rated PG-13 and in theaters Friday. Say hello to Spider-Man Homecoming.
What's up, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away.
Peter Parker is back in this third reinvention of the Spider-Man franchise, played this time by Tom Holland. Now, there's no origin story, just straight to Peter dealing with the dramas of high school and his newfound powers. He's eager to prove himself worthy of being an Avenger, but soon finds himself in over his head, testing his powers against the evil Vulture, played expertly by Michael Keaton. It's a completely different feel, and I liked it, but is this the best Spider-Man yet? I'll review the film in a couple of seconds, but first, the pressure is on Tom Holland. At 21 years old, this movie could change his life. Now, my producer Annalisa sat down with Tom and the film's director to talk about the excitement and all that pressure.
Probably my physicality. I've been lucky enough in my life to have quite an extensive dance background and quite an extensive gymnastics background, and that allowed us to do a lot of stuff that I don't think they were able to do before.
You know, you've done a lot of things, but how cool is it to actually be in a comic book now?
Have you seen that?
That's awesome.
I haven't seen
Open it up. You are in a comic book now.
Have you seen this?
No, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah,
you know
they,
they
like,
don't
put it
tell
all
me
together.
anything. Does Peter Parker, what? Does Peter Parker look like me?
Yes. You're.
Where is Peter Parker?
You should be very proud of yourself.
Oh my God, he does look like me! This is so crazy. There's Black Panther.
You are Peter Parker. I don't know if you realize this. That is your alter ego. You are Peter Parker.
That is so crazy. You guys can keep the interview.
Yeah, you keep the interview.
Of course, my producer Annalisa is also a down-to-earth kind of a gal, so she had to know, who do you want by your side in real-world situations? Peter Parker, Spider-Man, or Aunt May?
You get pulled over for a speeding ticket. Or you get
May.
pulled over for speeding.
Aunt May.
She could talk herself out of any situation.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I don't know, I guess.
Okay. You have a school project that's due the next day and you've been procrastinating to finish it.
Peter Parker. Yeah.
Why?
100%.
Very smart.
He's super genius.
Okay,
Unlike
perfect.
Tom Holland.
Stark.
You call
He's a
Tony
genius.
Stark. Number 3, you get invited to an important party tonight and you need a +1.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Why?
Because he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Who do you invite?
Stark.
Hey, I would have picked the editor of the Daily Bugle. I like that guy, you know what I'm saying? Fake news! And speaking of picks, it's time for our moment of truth. 3 movies in theaters. Which one is a cut above? Do any of them make the cut? And are any of our new films a cut and run? We start with Baby Driver. This film is a total joyride in every sense of the word. Visually stunning, wildly inventive in its use of music, and beyond it all, a good story with real heart. I'm thrilled to say Baby Driver is turbocharged, my favorite film of the year so far. Baby Driver is a cut above. Go see it. Next up, it's The Beguiled. Yes, this is a remake, but it's worth your time. Director Sofia Coppola has done a brilliant job of making this movie part thriller and part psychodrama. It does have a slower pace, and it's certainly not going to have the same kind of widespread appeal as a blockbuster, but for my money, The Beguiled makes the cut. It's a solid film with a solid cast. And finally, let's talk Spider-Man. I am thrilled to report that Tom Holland is, in my opinion, the best actor to play the role yet. Funny, heartfelt, it's almost like 16 Candles, only with a lot of spandex. Spider-Man Homecoming is clearly a cut above. You are gonna love it. And that does it for us here at JumpCut. Be sure to get out and see some movies this summer, especially right here at the epic 88 Drive-In. You're gonna love it. I'm Chris Parente. Have a good one.